In this demo, let's enhance our student example. And here is the student class. It is the same class we wrote earlier. Only change I made is to add public modifier to class declaration, variables, constructor, and the update profile method. And that's for the sake of this demo. So it now exposes instance fields with public modifier. We know that it is a bad design which leads to tight coupling. So let's incorporate the suggestion from effective Java item 14. It says make instance fields private and access them using getters and setters. So let's go ahead and make this change. So let's make all instance variables private. Just copy this. Okay, so now all the instance fields are private. Let's also add a getter and setter for just the name field. And it needs to be public. Let's first add a getter, get name. Let's add a setter. Let's initialize the instance field. So this dot name equals name. So that's the setter and the getter, and the instance variables are private. Let's also change the constructor. So here we have two constructors, and the name is getting initialized in this overloaded constructor, which is being invoked from here. So let's just change this. So let's just have only one single constructor. So let's make it gender here. And let's just remove this entire constructor. Let's keep it simple. Equals name. So we now have a single constructor. And we have the update profile method here. And here is the student class, and from here, if you recall, we are actually creating the student objects from here. We are creating 3 student objects, initializing their state and printing their names, and one of the names has been misspelled as Joanne, so we are invoking the update profile method here and passing the right name, and then we are printing the right name after updating the profile. And over here we are invoking the gender field, and right now gender field is private. That's what we did. So this should not compile, right? And even here, this constructor, we have changed the constructor, so we have to pass the right gender. So let's first do that. Let me just pass male here. For Raj, it's male, and then for Anita, it's female. But gender is still private and we cannot access it. So let's just compile and see. So here it says gender has private access in student, so we cannot access it directly. So we can just remove this. In fact, we don't have a getter. We did not add a getter, and we don't need a setter because we are setting it here from the constructor itself. So let's just go ahead and delete these 3 statements. And also, instead of update profile, let's actually set the name, set the correct name, because we added a setter. Let's just set the correct name. So let's just change this to set name, and also here we cannot access it, so it needs to be get name. So we are calling the get name. So we use only setters and getters. No more direct access. That's it, and hopefully this should compile fine. Excellent. And let's run this. That's it. So we are printing the 3 students' names, and then we have set the correct name because this was misspelled, and we are printing the right name here. And that's about it. So that's information hiding rule, and it's also one of Joshua Block's favorite information hiding rule. And that's it.